Okay, we're back at Fourth Quarter Towers with Dr. K. Woo! And nice and restrained, Dr. K. And we're looking at our first tactic video. And this is, we're looking at this play at the moment. So we have this going on in the play. And Dr. K, you got a problem?
I'm worried.
Why are you worried?
Well,
I don't want you to be worried, although I do want to win. Well,
I've called a pass.
You've called a pass.
I've called a pass. My receivers have gone down the field.
Yeah.
My running back is also down the field.
Yeah.
My line, doing a nice job there.
Although we have some pressure from the outside here. But what's your problem? Just give us your problem.
My two receivers are both covered.
Right.
What can I do about it?
Okay, so coverage is a problem. In coverage, wherever your player goes, your opponent can follow. They just follow you straight away. They've locked on, they've made their coverage roll, and that means that when you try and pass to them, your player has somebody standing on their back. They're going to get a minus for that. It's not going to be easy to make the pass. Very, very difficult. It is very, very difficult to make any pass in American football if a cornerback is actually right on you. So what we're going to do now is show 3 ways in the game that you would be able to evade the way. But it really depends on the play you might have called. Now, over here, you have your play decks and such like, but we wouldn't know what those are. But for now, I'm going to look at 3 different plays and how we would get away from this and how you could break coverage. Option 1. Here we have the middle slants. Now, in this case, what's going to happen is I will try and run off this player by making him take an evade roll. Because although he has to follow you, he still has to evade if he's stepping past some of your players. So what I would do is I would go straight 1, 2, 3, and at this point, at this point, he's going to have to make an evade roll if he wants to go here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and the evading, covering player is trying to get to there. He has to make his evade roll. If he fails that evade roll, then he is going to be losing movement. If you lose enough movement, you're going to be able to actually outrun him across the field. So that's what I would do with this player. The problem you've got, this player is not going to take part because he's being covered. He can't actually stop the guy evading. So that's option 1. And let me put the players back. Option 2. So we've got the covered symbol there. Option 2, let's say, we didn't have this at the moment, but let's say your receivers are covered downfield. Well, if your receivers are getting covered a lot downfield, then you might go for a play like the wheel route. Now, the wheel route has a pattern for the running back. So in this case, I would look at my pitch. I would see that this is the outside of the field going to, and my running back would head over here without having to evade anyone. And then you're throwing to somebody who's clear. Woo! He's in the open. That will be quite an easy play. There'll be a couple of minuses because there are people nearby, but it's not... Well, actually, no, they're covering, so they won't. That would be your perfect way out of it. Option 3. Option 3 is the sit and go. Now, this is a new dynamic in the game. The red on the split end means that the split end stops there for a pump fake. Okay, so before he goes to his yellow, the SC +1, he stops for a pump fake. Now, in this case, he's over here. He would follow 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into here. The other player would follow. In which case, you've got it. You've got over there. But rather than passing to him, you just announce the pump fake of the play. So you announce the pump fake at that moment. That cover disappears. So if you announce pump fake, because it's in the play, then that pump fake would disappear, and your player would then be allowed to, wouldn't be covered the next time he's able to move. Our opponent will have a chance of coming over and covering him, but that's better than being covered, because on your next move, you can then move into here and hopefully get yourself clear. Last way that we didn't mention is just the straight out running a player. That setup didn't quite show us, but sometimes if you've got something like a linebacker covering a receiver, if the receiver can move further than the linebacker can move, he's just not going to be able to keep up. Just like in real life, you cannot have an inside linebacker covering a receiver going deep. Chances are they're just going to get outrun. So in this case, every square the receiver moves over the movement of the linebacker, he would have to either give up and let you go, or he would have to give up on having take a fatigue point. So That is the 3 ways you can break out of coverage. Actually 4. So there's a fantastic mix of different tactics all in the game. We hope you've enjoyed our first tactic video, and we are live on Kickstarter now. Woo! So Kickstarter 4th quarter football, and you'll see all the options there. Early birds are running out. Have a good day.
Right, let me take you down.
Yeah, I'm going to win.